Hello students, welcome to Social Science 2022 Solve Paper. This is Kunal Kohli. Question 1. Mention the views of the Federation of the Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industries, FICCI, towards the civil disobedience movement. Concept clarity. FICCI represented Indian industrialists facing unfair British policies favoring imports. Civil disobedience promoted Swadeshi, boosting Indian industries. Answer. FICCI supported the civil disobedience movement because it opposed British control over the Indian economy. FICCI felt that the movement would help Indian businessmen to grow without unfair colonial restrictions. FICCI believed that if Indians got more economic freedom, Indian industries and trade would develop faster. Question 2. How can industrial pollution of fresh water be reduced? Concept clarity. Industries pollute rivers with untreated chemical or hot water. Treatment plus recycling protects drinking agricultural water sources. Answer. Industries should reuse and recycle water in many stages so that they use less fresh water. Hot water and liquid waste from factories must be treated in treatment plants before they are released into rivers and ponds. Rainwater harvesting should be encouraged so that industries can use rainwater and reduce pressure on freshwater sources. Question 3. Classify industries on the basis of raw materials. Concept clarity. Raw material source determines industry location or type. Agro-based near farms, mineral-based near mines. Answer. On the basis of raw materials, industries are classified into agro-based industries and mineral-based industries. Agro-based industries use raw materials that come from agriculture, like cotton, jute, sugarcane, and tea. Mineral-based industries use minerals such as raw materials like iron and steel, cement, and aluminum industries. 4. Differentiate between ruling and opposition parties. Concept clarity. Ruling implements policies, opposition provides checks, ensuring accountability and democracy. Answer. The ruling party is the party or group of parties that wins the majority of seats and forms the government. The opposition parties are all those parties that are not part of the ruling party or ruling alliance in the legislature. The ruling party runs the government, while the opposition parties question the government and point out its mistakes to protect public interest. Question 5. Read the following source and answer the questions that follow. A house loan. Concept clarity. Formal credit, safer but requires documents, collateral, unlike informal, which has high interest loans. Question 5. From which source of credit has Megha taken loan? Answer. Megha has taken the loan from a formal source of credit, that is, a bank. Question 5.2. Explain the terms of credit given in the source. Answer. Megha has borrowed 5 lakhs at an annual interest rate of 12%. She has to repay the loan in monthly installments over a period of 10 years. She has to repay the loan in monthly installments over a period of 10 years. The bank has kept the house papers as collateral and will return them only after full repayment with interest. Question 6a. Explain why the banks do not lend credit to certain borrowers. Concept clarity. Banks minimize non-performing assets (NPAs), requiring proof of repayment capacity. Answer. Banks do not lend to some borrowers because they think these borrowers may not be able to repay the loan on time. Such borrowers may not have regular income, proper job records, or enough property to keep as collateral. Banks want to reduce the risk of loss, so they prefer safe borrowers and often refuse loans to people who are poor or do not have documents. Or question 6b. Explain the functions of self-help group SHG. Concept clarity. SHGs empower poor, especially women, through collective savings microcredit without collateral. Answer. A self-help group SHG collects small savings from its members and gives small loans to them at a reasonable rate of interest. The group helps members who are poor or do not have collateral to get credit and start small activities like shops, repairs, or farming. SHGs also build confidence among members and sometimes take up social issues like education, health and cleanliness in the village. Question 7. Workers too had their own understanding of Mahatma Gandhi's thoughts and the notion of Swaraj. Explain the statement with the example of Assam. Concept clarity. Different social classes interpreted Swaraj differently based on their oppression experiences. Answer. In Assam, plantation workers understood Swaraj as the freedom to move out of the tea gardens and return to their villages. When they heard about the non-cooperation movement and Gandhiji, they left the plantations and started a big movement to go back home. Their idea of Swaraj was linked to getting back their lost land and freedom, which was different from the political meaning of Swaraj for the national leaders. Question 8. Explain how the rise of political parties is directly linked to the emergence of representative democracies. Concept clarity. Large populations can't directly rule. Parties organize voters into manageable representative groups. Answer. In a representative democracy, people do not rule directly. They elect representatives who make laws and then run the government for them. Political parties bring together people with similar ideas and choose candidates who stand in elections as representatives of the people. As more countries adopted representative democracy, political parties became necessary to organize elections, form governments, and present different policies to the voters. Question 9. Dignity and equal treatment of women are necessary ingredients of a democratic society. Justify the statement. Concept clarity. Democracy is equal to political equality, social equality, women's dignity, essential for true democratic functioning. Answer. In a democratic society, every person is equal, so women must receive the same respect, rights, and opportunities as men in all fields of life. When women are treated with dignity, they can take part in education, jobs, and public life, which helps the whole society to progress. If women face violence, discrimination, or are not allowed to express their views, then the basic values of democracy like equality and freedom are not fulfilled. Laws against dowry, domestic violence, and unequal wages are made to protect the dignity of women and to ensure that they are treated fairly. A democracy becomes stronger when women actively participate in decision making at home, in the workplace, and in politics. Question 9b. Democracy in India has strengthened the claim for equal status and equal opportunities. Justify the statement. Concept clarity. Constitutional rights plus elections empower marginalized to demand equality, creating social change. Answer. The Indian Constitution gives all citizens equal status before the law and does not allow discrimination on the basis of religion, caste, gender, or place of birth. Democracy in India has provided reservations in education and government jobs for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and other backward classes to improve their opportunities. Many social groups that were earlier ignored, such as women and lower caste, now raise their voice through movements, organizations, and political parties. Regular elections and a free press give people the chance to question the government and demand fair treatment and better facilities. Because of democratic rights, people are more aware of their claims to equal status and demand schools, healthcare, and employment from the government. Question 10a. Technology is the vital force in the modern form of globalization. Explain the statement with suitable examples. Concept clarity. Transport and IT reduce time, cost barriers, enabling instant global integration. Answer. Modern technology in transport, such as fast ships and airplanes, has reduced the time taken to move goods and people across countries, which has increased global trade. Information and communication technology, like the internet, mobile phones, and computers, allows instant contact between producers and consumers in different parts of the world. Companies can now control production, marketing, and services in many countries at the same time through advanced communication networks. Online shopping, digital payments, and electronic banking have made it very easy for people to buy and sell goods and services across borders. Outsourcing of services such as call centers and data processing to countries like India is possible mainly because of improved communication and computer technology. Question 10b. The impact of globalization has not been uniform. Explain the statement with suitable example. Concept clarity. Benefits uneven. Skilled, large, gain more. Small, unskilled, suffer competition. Answer. Globalization has benefited some big companies and skilled workers who can use new technology, but many small producers and unskilled workers have not gained much. Large Indian companies have expanded and become multinational companies, while many small-scale industries have closed because they cannot compete with cheaper foreign products. Some farmers who produce cash crops for export have earned much more, but many small farmers face price fluctuations and can suffer heavy losses. Urban areas and developed regions have got more investment, jobs, and services, while many rural and backward areas still lack basic facilities. Therefore, globalization has created both opportunities and inequalities, and in its benefits are not shared equally by all sections of society. Question 11. Read the following case carefully and answer the questions that follow. Nationalism in India. Concept clarity. Nationalism. Shared identity from common struggle. Different groups unite against oppression. Question 11.1. What was people's understanding of nation? Answer. People began to understand the nation as a group of people who shared a common identity, common symbols, and a sense of belonging to one community. Question 11.2. How is the growth of modern nationalism intimately connected to the anti-colonial movement? Answer. In India, people realized that their unity while they were fighting against colonial rule. The common feeling of being oppressed by the British tied different groups together and helped modern nationalism to grow. Question 11.3. How did people in India develop a sense of collective belonging? Explain. Answer. People developed a sense of collective belonging through shared struggles against colonial policies, which made them feel that they were a part of one large community. The use of common symbols, songs, and ideas of the nation helped to create emotional ties among people living in different regions. Leaders like Mahatma Gandhi tried to bring together different social groups into one national movement, which strengthened the feeling of being one nation. Read the following case and answer the questions that follow. Tourism. Concept clarity. Tourism multiplier effect creates jobs, income, infrastructure while preserving culture. Explain the importance of tourism. Answer. Tourism is important because it creates many jobs, supports local handicrafts and culture, and promotes national integration. Give an example of heritage tourism. Visiting historical places like Taj Mahal in Agra is an example of heritage tourism. 12.3. Assess the benefits of improving tourism in India. Improving tourism increases employment opportunities for people working in hotels, transport, guides, shops, and handicrafts. It brings more income to the country in the form of foreign exchange and helps in the development of roads, airports, and other facilities. It also spreads awareness about Indian culture and heritage in the world and encourages people to preserve monuments and traditions. Section E, which is for visually impaired candidates only, 13.1. Name the state where Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place. Concept clarity, map locations, test geographical historical awareness. Answer. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place in the state of Punjab. 13.2a. Name the state where Ramagundam thermal power is located. Answer. The Ramagundam thermal power station is located in the state of Telangana. 13.2b. Name the state where Pune Software Technology Park is located. Answer. Pune Software Technology Park is located in the state of Maharashtra. Question 13.3. Name the state where Chennai Meenambakkam International Airport is located? Chennai, Meenambakkam International Airport is located in the state of Tamil Nadu. And that's all from Social Science 2022. This is Kunal Kohli signing off. Hope to see you again soon with many other papers that we have.